What's going on, everybody? It's Simon Says Crypto, and I'm back with Renita from Bitcoin Starter Pack. Renita, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me. That's been fun.
It has been fun. I got a lot of good responses from individuals that watched our last episode. They are very excited to see the boomers are actively participating in the crypto space. It really got them excited. So that was, I'm sure, refreshing for us, some of us younger people, to see our parents' generations really getting involved in this, and that's awesome. I'm so glad that you're doing that.
Cool. I really enjoy it, and I enjoy getting acquainted with all the young guys too. So it makes it fun.
Yeah, we still got a little bit of energy left, at least on the weekends, right?
Yeah, right.
Hey, so folks, today on the show, we're going to really kind of dive down a little deep in some general basic understanding of security. Because after we get our cryptocurrencies, or at least we figured out how to acquire them, the next thing we want to do is learn how to store them and protect them. So Renita and I are going to go over that today. Right, Renita?
Right.
All right.
Some good ones coming up.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So Renita, since you are helping individuals with your consulting business, would you explain to the audience your understanding of what private keys are?
Okay. Well, private keys, and what I tell my clients is that they now, since they're buying the crypto and they have to learn how to store them, that they are now their own banker. Mm-hmm. So we have to really think about the security and how to hold our coins safely without getting them lost or stolen. So the private keys is what helps with that, because those are what gives us access to our cryptocurrencies on the blockchain. So if we don't have our private keys, we lose our coins, and they'll stay on the blockchain forever without those private keys. And those are something that's built in to each of our wallets.
Okay.
So we have to be sure and protect those private keys.
So these are the private keys are maybe something we don't want to share with the rest of the class.
Oh, definitely not.
Okay.
Right. We want to keep, that's why they're called private. We want to keep those private. You don't share those with anybody. Now we have the public keys, and those we can share with anybody, because those will be what we can send and receive with. And so those are like our bank account number. So we have in the traditional bank, we have a bank account number to keep our funds separate from other people's. Well,
right.
In the crypto world, we have what we call our public keys. So we have our private keys and our public keys.
Right.
And so those public keys, when we want to send and receive any crypto, then that's what we use to do that with. So I could share with you my public key if I'm going to be sending you some coins.
And I would gladly let you do that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
So, I've heard another kind of I guess a slang term for the public keys is the address.
Oh, yes. Right.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Because I know some of the new people out there might be, naturally, we all go to YouTube University and try to learn as much as we can from YouTube University. And I know I've heard that term probably more frequent than I have the actual technical term, which is our public keys. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's not like a address we think of 1, 2, 3.
Right,
computer
right.
street,
Hmm.
but it's a list of numbers and letters that and they can be capitalized or small letters,
Hmm.
but there's like a combination, I don't know, anywhere from maybe 23 to 30 some even more than that,
Yeah, yeah.
where
I've seen some pretty lengthy
yeah, I think
private key, or
when you
not
get
private key, but public keys
public
and
keys,
or addresses that are, pretty long. And
yeah.
some are short, and then after a while, in at least my crypto journey, after getting used to some long ones, you get that random short one, and you're double checking. Wait, well, where's
Is
the other
this
half of
right?
that address? But
Yeah.
that's a very, very good point in security. Two types of keys: the public one, in which we share with one another, so we can have peer-to-peer payments between each other, and there's the private key, in which we will share that with no one. Um,
Exactly.
Now, is there a way to, um, or rather, I'm sure there's a way. Is there a common way that you have found useful in your oh my gosh, in advising your clients to store their private key? Like, example, I'm probably a little quote unquote old school, at least to the generations behind me. I would break out my number two pencil and probably about 10 sheets of paper and write them down, and then go around the globe and bury them somewhere.
Yeah, well, that used to be the case.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I do have. Actually, I got a couple of different things that I use, and I should have gotten it out. But one
That's
of
okay.
them, to start out, is I use an index card,
Oh,
like a
okay. Index
recipe
card.
card.
Uh-huh.
I would show you this one, but it's got a it's
Yeah,
got a
I know
password on it.
the technology is interfering with the old technology.
Right. And so you never put your private keys or your public keys, or I mean your private keys on the computer. You
Okay.
don't do that. You don't store them on the computer
Right.
or on your phone or anything. You want to keep those totally private. But your public keys, you can, like I said, send those to anybody. But
Right.
you also want to be careful with those, even on the internet. You don't want to leave them on there, like on your Facebook or anything. You don't want to publicize it, because there's still a chance that somebody could get into things. So we
Okay.
just need to be very cautious with
Right.
everything. But
Right.
what I do with these index cards is I
Mhm.
will have them write down, let's say, the Exodus wallet,
Okay.
and then they write down um, their words, their 12 words or
Oh,
24 words,
right. I think that's a seed phrase. I think that's
seed
commonly
phrase,
referred
yeah,
to, the
or
seed phrase. Yeah.
recovery
Okay.
phrase.
Yep.
And I have them put them in order as they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they remember, because I found I didn't do that with one of mine.
See,
And
too
so we
late.
had to guess what order they were supposed to be
Oh
in.
no. Oh no. Yeah. Hey, but see, that just goes to show you, personal experience is the best teacher sometimes.
Exactly. And so I have them do that. I have them put their recovery phrase or seed phrase, whichever you want to call it, on
Yep.
one index card, and
Hmm.
then their password on a different one.
Oh, yeah.
So
Smart.
that way the password, um, we need to really keep our password strong so that
Mhm.
nobody can, and we never use the same password for anything else. So
Right.
you always
That's
want
good
to keep
advice.
them
Yep.
separate. And then that way they can't go from wallet to wallet to get into, if they
Right.
do get into one wallet.
Hmm.
And so you want to keep that password strong. And So it might take a little bit before you can get it memorized. So I have them put it on separate. And then that way your recovery words you can put in a safe or someplace safe, or if you want to cut it up and give it to one person and another person over here, different. You can do that too. That's the way we were taught way back when. But now
it's to give half to one individual, half to the other, and there you go.
Yeah.
Actually, I know some other people in the cryptocurrency space. You might know Farmer John.
Yes.
From our group. He actually he took it a step further with one of his clients, and the client wanted to know, hey, so when I would like to pass these on, this crypto wealth onto my kids, how do I not get them fighting over it, and he's like, oh, well, you just cut it up into 3 sections, and each one of them gets gets 3 words or 2 words or whatever it is out of the recovery address, and then they have to come together and then to this meeting, and then the lawyer gives them the password. And it was like ingenious. but that's a great idea, though. Well, as long as the lawyer is trustworthy, or I mean, there you go. Maybe have it be your consultant. If they're willing to do that, if they're if they're willing to do that and you trust them, maybe that could be something that could be worked out. But that's a great idea. Cut them up and
And the other thing, talking about that is called multi-sig. So you give, and that would be the same thing. You give, 3 or 4 or 5 people or more, different parts of the password or the seed phrase. And then that way they have, like you said, they all have to come together, and it won't work and if one's missing or they get it wrong. So, and the best thing then is to not tell them what it's for, but that they have to keep it.
Exactly. That's a good strategy. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's awesome. So private keys, everybody. Shh, don't tell anybody. And
don't even tell anybody about your crypto.
Don't even say you have private keys. In fact, if someone looks at you and says, you know what private keys are, be like, what? What are you talking about? Are you okay? Play dumb. We're all good doing that, I'm sure. I'm sure we're all good at doing that. So I want to move on here with another question. It's in regards to I guess how important would you say it is that we get our cryptocurrencies into our own possession and or our own control?
Okay, right. That goes back to the way I answered the other one, is that we are now our own banker.
Okay.
And so when you take your money to the bank to deposit it, it's not yours anymore. It's the bankers.
Okay.
And so they own that money. They own your bank account. So anything that's in that bank account is no longer yours. So what was the question?
Just how important would you say it is to have cryptocurrencies in our possession, and you're leading to that with the bank,
right?
So the bank's only open 9 to 5.
Right.
Underneath my mattress is there 24/7.
Right.
Not financial advice. Don't do that. Sorry.
So now so instead of it being a bank out somewhere else in the city or wherever you're at, you are your own banker. And so you want to keep those coins in your own possession. So what we do is we have different types of wallets for that. So we have a soft wallet, we have a hard wallet, We have crypto laptops. So there's all kinds of forms of all of those. So like the soft wallet is like an app on your computer.
Okay.
And so that makes it real easy to, especially for people to get started, to
Perfect.
show them how to use that wallet.
Perfect.
And the hard wallet is for your individuals. So like some people describe it as a keychain.
Okay.
So they're just, some of them are a little item.
Oh,
Some of them are like your cell phone
uh-huh.
that you can put your cryptos into and keep them safe. Um, there's also the mobile apps that you can put right on your phone.
Right.
And so then there we go with security on that also. So what happens is you want, as we've been talking with this security thing, is you want to
Mm-hmm.
keep all that safe. So a good way to do that is to have a crypto laptop and put everything on that crypto laptop. And then after you get your coins, after you buy your coins, then put them in, bring them into your own possession on whichever of those we're talking about,
Okay.
and have it on your crypto laptop, and then you can put it in your safe
Okay.
until you're ready to make more transactions
Do a
or whatever.
transfer. Yeah, transfer out from that laptop to maybe a mobile app that you have, or a the devices I believe you're speaking of are like the Ledger, the
The
Trezor.
ledger.
Yeah, the Ledger and the Trezor devices that look like a little keychain. And,
Right.
and then send those. Then from that point, maybe send them to the exchange for liquidation. Is that what you're giving reference to, from the
Right.
laptop to that
Right.
device to there, right? Now,
Right. And so, and I kind of forgot, I kind of skipped a page.
okay.
I was talking about the bank, the physical bank that we think
Right.
of. But what I tell my clients is we buy coins on from the exchanges. Well,
Mm-hmm.
these exchanges are the same thing as your bank, your physical bank. So you don't want to leave your coins on there because they're not your coins at that point.
Right.
And so we want to keep moving those over to our wallets. And now there are coins. So not your
Gotcha.
keys, not your coins. So
Mm-hmm.
not your private keys, not your coins.
Right. Right.
So you don't have them in your possession until you have them in your wallets, whichever kind of wallet you're using.
Right. So you talk about the exchanges are like the banks. So when we're buying our coins from an exchange, and let's say we decide to leave them there for a day or two or however long, and you just mentioned this phrase, not your keys, not your coins. So since I am leaving the coins on the exchange in the wallet that is on the exchange, so the exchange has the private keys to that wallet that they have allowed me access to store my cryptos on, right? That's what you're talking
Right,
about when you say not your
right,
keys, not your coins.
right.
Okay.
So,
Perfect, because I know there's some new people out there that are. It's very comfortable for us to leave our stuff in the hands of others because we've been trained that way,
right.
So I think for real general understanding of those things and little sayings that people might hear, example like you just said, not your keys, not your coins, and that's very true. They have access to that. They can do whatever they want because they they have the keys, so they can
Yeah,
get the coins.
yeah. And we don't know who's working in those places.
Sure.
And so there has been some inside hacking going on in some of these exchanges. And so
There has.
we,
Yep.
as soon as you can get possession of those coins, you want to get them into your possession. And I know
Okay.
like Coinbase, sometimes some of those coins you have to wait 7 or 14 days before they have them available.
That's right. which
So
which means, I mean, I'm just speculating. begs the question, well, if I have to wait that long to get those coins, do you guys really have the coins to begin with?
Exactly.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah.
gets bad about Coinbase. They have their process, but it just it does make you question. And if you're already
Mhm.
questioning, then probably more emphasis on, well, as soon as you get them, you know what to do. Let's get them off there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like if an individual was into gold or silver, they go to their gold or silver dealer or coin store, or at least they used to. I'm sure times have changed a little bit given the recent climate of everything that's going on globally. But nonetheless, you would go to the coin store, you give the man or
Right.
woman your $50 bill, and they give you $50 worth of gold or silver. You put it in your pocket, you go home or wherever your secret safe location is, and you put it in there.
Right.
Same process, right? With
Yep.
the acquiring the cryptos from Coinbase. Okay, I got them.
Mhm.
Transfer to a device, whatever you may have at the time. And when you're in a position to upgrade your devices, crypto only laptop, then yep, transfer them to there.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you this. Um, I I mean, I kind of already know the answer, but I like hearing it from others. Why do we go from an exchange to a device to a secondary device? What are we trying to do there?
That's a good question. We're trying, I guess my answer would be is we're putting them into our own possession that way so that we can keep them in our possession instead of, like at the
The
bank.
the exchange.
No, yeah,
Because I know some people do this process specifically. They will first acquire the coins from the exchange. Then they will send those coins to like a ledger or a Trezor or a is it the Nano S or yeah, more like a secondary device or even a mobile wallet. But that mobile
right,
wallet is only connected to the internet and that's it. They don't do anything else on that. They just do it for cryptos.
right.
But then they send those coins once again to a secondary device, example, the crypto only laptop.
Oh, I
And
see what you mean.
so
Okay.
yeah, so the reason I've heard, which was a really good reason, was that the crypto only laptop or that third device is quote unquote a place where they keep maybe a majority or rather a large sum, and then they use the secondary the intermediary device, just for the middle for okay, go from here to the exchange and so on and so forth. So if someone's seeing that transaction and they happen to gain access to that small device, they're not getting everything.
Right.
They might be
Yeah.
getting
And
a little bit.
right. The other thing is with the crypto only device or laptop, it's got security built into it.
Right, right.
And so we have a little more protection there. And you don't use it for anything but cryptocurrencies. And so if you put everything onto that laptop and you keep it offline and keep it in a safe place,
Mm-hmm.
then when you're ready to do a transaction, or say you're going on vacation and you're going to be going across the country, but just for security reasons, you would like to have a little bit of cryptocurrency in case of, say, uh, the planes aren't flying.
Right.
And and you need some
Guess to stay an
income
extra
for,
week.
right,
Yeah.
you need
Yeah.
some income to stay somewhere or rent a
Yeah.
car or whatever the
Yep.
case might be. So you can take your Nano S or your Treasure and you can put, let's say, $1,000 onto that device and carry it with you.
Mhm.
And it's not nobody's going to question even or see it what it is.
Right.
and
Right.
and And so you have that assurance that, okay, now I've got a little money in case of, an accident or something
Sure.
happens.
Yep.
And so then you can take and have those funds available with you.
Yep. I think that's a great, that's a great idea to have both those, I think that's great. Cause, I heard that from a few different individuals, some within our founders group, others outside of our founders group, that we're a part of. And I was like, that just kind of makes sense. And like, we kind of already do that anyways, only the bank's in charge, not us. Like the bank is the crypto only laptop. The debit card is our little nano treasure or ledger device. And then we, whoop, whoop, and then bing, bing, there it goes. So to speak. I mean, there's a few more moving parts, cryptos versus fiat cash, but that's a really, really great idea. And it totally brings it back around to, we have to be our own bank. So everything that the bank does in their operations in regards to security, we must apply that to our own personal crypto holdings and how we operate.
Right.
That's I think that's very, very good point. Yep. So devices, crypto only laptop, Calyx Solutions, everybody. I'm sure I'll leave a link in the description box down below. I have one, and I think it's a great thing to have, as well as a few other different devices. The Ledger, the Trezor, those aren't bad. Definitely, you know what? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's you do need to be spread out, not maybe just in your portfolio. Again, not financial advice, but also in your holdings, where you hold them and all that. Just like with maybe your private keys, write them down however many times, cut them up into pieces of paper, and spread them out in different places. The same rules apply. Go ahead.
Oh, that brought up a thought too. And don't put your private keys or even your recovery phrase. Don't put your recovery phrase or your password in a safety deposit box at the bank.
Oh, yeah, because you don't own that.
You don't own it. That's right. So in the bank, regardless whether you have that little key or not, they can still get in there.
Yep. That's a real good point. Yeah, don't put it on your ledger or your crypto only laptop, then go to Chase Bank and rent a deposit box from them.
Yeah.
You just gave it to them. What are you doing? But that's a very valid point. I mean, we laugh at it because we could see the scenario of, that was a smart life decision. But the serious of that is, yes, please don't do that. And that's a very, very great point, Renita. Do not store any of those in the bank.
Actually, don't store anything in the bank.
Yeah.
Don't store your gold, your silver.
Nope.
Nothing valuable in the bank, because once those doors shut, you can't get to it, and it may not be there when you go back. So.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Things shut down all the time. We just experienced that not too long ago. Year 2020. It was a hard time for all of us all across the globe. And, my personal experiences were different than others, but things did shut down. Access was denied. And if access is denied where you're holding all your holdings, guess what? You can't get them. So your own possession, not your keys, not your coins. I love it.